So here's my big question. Here's what I think now we got to start talking about with this team as I start in the preseason. And again, liked it because I like the experience to go with a high-end talent. Maybe it's not as high-end talent as they've had before. It's not because they don't have a top 10 recruit this year. But John Calipari with equal talent, is he a good enough coach? That's my big. He's always had better talent than just about everybody he's gone up against. Now, Kellen Grady, if he was that talented, he would have been gone. Severe Wheeler would have been gone. Big Oscar would have been in the NBA. Well, they're not super talented. So now does John Calipari get exposed? I think the answer is yes.
Fans, I'll let you take that one first because I got to think that one over before I just answer so quickly.
Yeah. Look, I think that John Calipari is the best CEO in terms of a brand and marketing and leadership.
Sure.
And also being transparent.
Recruiter and a great recruiter. Well, transparent is one thing. He's a great salesman.
He's a great salesman. By the same token, his sale there it's not aisle 1 in the store anymore. Because aisle 1 features the national championship trophy. And the way that he's trying to do it, or the way that they're trying to go about it, it doesn't match. It just doesn't match to me. I mean, to your point on Davion Mintz, and I don't mean to say this to go at Davion, but I will say this,
he's not a Kentucky player.
Davion Mintz transferred to Kentucky from Creighton. Now, Creighton's a good program. Creighton's a great program, actually. They're a great program. Here's my point. You transferred away from Greg McDermott because you thought you'd find greener pastures at Kentucky? Are you kidding me right now?
You couldn't play, and you couldn't play at Creighton.
You couldn't play at Creighton.
Right. Somebody beat you out. Right. Somebody beat you out.
Hey, how about this? The loss of
point. It's not, to me, it's like, this is not, there's just something wrong. It kind of feels like a box into a round hole. Yeah. Square peg into a round hole right now. Like that. I think Kentucky has some talent, because you don't just not have talent. They've got talent. But to me, when I watch them play, do you sense the last 2 seasons now? Do you sense that when they go up against high caliber competition that they're in sync, that they have a DNA?
Well, last year, Fana, it was chemistry as much as anything else. Okay, it was chemistry. It was a weird year, obviously. They didn't have the summer. I'm willing to toss that one away a little bit. This one I'm not willing to toss away, and I still go back to the fact that John Calipari is an X's and O's guy. If you talk to coaches around the country, and I've watched him long enough, he's a good coach. He's not a great coach by any means.
Well, here's my thing with this. Here's my thing with this. Like the recruiting, the salesman, the getting the players, that's part of the coaching. Now,
sure.
Let's not be naive. When it comes to strictly X's and O's and everything like that, he's not up there. Especially in a conference like the SEC, look at that roster of coaches. And how many, would you say he's in the top 5? I probably wouldn't when it comes just to X's and O's. And how about the loss of Kenny Payne?
It's hurt. It's hurt because he was so good. He was so connected to the players.
Right. Right. And he was another guy that helped with the buy-in. Right. But on the same token, it goes back to all those players are good players. I'm not sure they're good players for Calipari with the system that he's had.
I want to say this too. And I don't know if you two match with me on this. I for one, when Kentucky's great, it's great for college basketball.
Yes. When
ESPN comes on at 6:45 Eastern time on a Saturday night in February and they show the shot of Lexington and Kentucky's hosting Bruce Pearl and Auburn, I mean, I quite literally, I do something that I'm not going to say on the air. The point is, in college basketball,
don't say it, and definitely don't do it, Fat.
It's a beautiful, beautiful sight to see. It really is. I mean, it is outstanding for college basketball. It's outstanding. It is college sports. We want Kentucky to be great.
Well, yes, because you love or hate Kentucky. You love or hate Duke. Yeah. So you need them. You need them. This sport needs them.
Well, right now they're just to me, like, the thing is, in the past, you might have been able to get away with some early deficiencies and you figure it out. You jump into SEC play, there is no time.
Listen.
And there are several candidates to win the SEC championship. Several.
That's the difference, Fana, is this team, because they have older guys, shouldn't stumble out of the gates as much as his other teams. That's where I thought they'd be better. Now they played a soft schedule other than Duke so far. I mean, Notre Dame isn't good. Again, they got blasted to Boston College, who stinks. So, like, this isn't a good Notre Dame team they lost to. I'm happy for LaFonso Ellis, who got in the Ring of Honor today because he's the best dude on the planet, and they ended up winning. So that was very cool for him.